The number of Pokemon Go players increased rapidly after it was released in July 2016. As we headed towards the end of September, there were 20 million daily active users and 5 million downloads. Since the game is an augmented reality game, as known as ARG, that requires players to walk around, it wants the player to be aware of the surroundings at all times. Players not only are prompt warnings when they are logging in, but also when they are in the gameplay. But one thing we never think of is that what if the player's surroundings never change? As a matter of fact, many people think that ARGs like Pokemon Go and Ingress were invented for everybody. Children play ARGs to satisfy curiosity. Young adults like me play ARGs to experience new technology, and old people can be benefit from ARGs in terms of exercising. The truth is that quite a few disabled Pokemon Go players complain about the inaccessibility of the game. Some scholars even argue that Pokemon Go has to comply with the ADA. Meanwhile, some African Americans talk about non-playability because of their race. They address that Pokemon Go is not for their race due to people's misunderstanding. They are more suspicious than white people when they are wandering around in the neighborhood at night. They even claim that the game is literally killing them. So, is Pokemon Go really being discriminatory and racist? My answer is no, it is not. Although, these are some serious questions we need to think about with our society. I do not actually agree that these issues are Niantic's fault or need to be changed. First of all, we need to realize that ARG is a new type of game that they are too new to be perfect. Indeed, the game has some unfair aspect for disabled players, but most video games do that. For instance, Wii, the revolutionary video game console, allows players physical involvement. Basically, all Wii games are obviously not designed for disabled people. In other words, the entire invasion of Wii does not encourage disabled players to play well because disabled players are not capable of moving and playing as agilely as normal players. Another example is Dance Dance Revolution. If a player is paralyzed or does not have legs, he just cannot access the game. Likewise, if disability hinders a person from playing and enjoying Pokemon Go, the game is simply not for him. Furthermore, if Pokemon Go does invent some module like a walking simulator with arrows to help disabled people experience the game more, other players will be using it too. The consequence is the risk that Pokemon Go loses its social values because the players will go back and play in their tiny rooms like old days. Most importantly, disabled and handicapped players who say negative things about Pokemon Go do not see the big picture. The social upsides of Pokemon Go are far more than downsides. Like boys said, today's youngs ain't lazy. They want to socialize and interact. Pokemon Go allow players to go outside, meet new people, and socialize rather than sit in front of computers being isolated. It also helps players exercise and explore the world. Pokemon Go literally recreates the mobile game industry in terms of connecting reality and game world. We as players have to appreciate these values Pokemon Go brings. Discrimination issue exists for decades, and this is the way American society is. People who are disabled just have no choice to give up ARGs altogether, and people who are not white have to walk things around. For example, to get less suspicious, minorities can go to a crowd for playing Pokemon Go. Niantic can probably try to ease the issue by putting less Pokemon at nighttime, but that's all they can do. At the end of the day, game companies are looking for profits, not justice.